Not yet. Not yet. Not yet. I can't hear it. Okay. Hello. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Unity of Chattanooga. Heaven belongs to you. Heaven belongs to you. Heaven belongs to you. Oh, heaven belongs to you. Oh, heaven belongs to you. Heaven belongs to you. Heaven belongs to you. Oh, heaven belongs to you. Joy, joy belongs to you. Joy belongs to you. Joy belongs to you. Oh, joy belongs to you. Love, love belongs to you. Good. Joy belongs to you. Joy belongs to you. Oh, joy belongs to you. Heaven, heaven belongs to you. Heaven belongs to you. Heaven belongs to you. Oh, heaven belongs to you. Yeah. Heaven belongs to you. Heaven belongs to you. Heaven belongs to you. Oh, heaven belongs to you. Surely the presence of the Lord is in this place. I can feel God's mighty power and God's grace. There's a holy hush around us. I see love in every face. Surely the presence of the Lord is in this place. We light that Christ candle.
and we drop into our hearts. Take our worries and our cares and take them down to that sacred place within us. The daily word the last 2 days, one was about world peace and one was about forgiveness. Know that each one of us can make a difference. If we hold peace and love, compassion, respect in our hearts, and we pray that for the world, we pray that for anyone we feel needs to be forgiven, including ourselves. We hold that gentle, silent place in our hearts. And we know that we are all one. We are all connected. That thread of divinity flows through each and every one in here, each and every one you see, and flows through the entire world. And as we see spring start to blossom, let's hold peace in our hearts. Let's hold compassion and respect and hopes for a brighter world, a brighter tomorrow. And so it is. Amen.
Surely the presence of the Lord is in this place. I can feel God's mighty power and God's grace. There's a holy hush around us. I see love in everything. Surely the presence of the Lord is in this place. Surely the presence of the Lord is in this place. There's a calm surrender to the rush of day, when the heat of the whirling world can be turned away. An enchanted moment, and it sees me through. It's enough for this restless warrior just to be with you. Can you feel the love right now? It is where we are. It's enough for this wide-eyed wanderer that we've got this far. And can you feel the love right now? How it's laid to rest. It's enough to make kings and vagabonds believe they're best. There's a time for everyone if they only learn that the twisting kaleidoscope moves us all in turn. There's a rhyme and reason to the wild outdoors when the heart of this star-crossed soldier beats in time with yours. And can you feel the love right now? How it's laid to rest. It's enough to make kings and vagabonds believe the very best. It's enough to make kings and vagabonds believe the very best. Happy Sunday, everybody. Good to see y'all. Good to see a beautiful family over in the corner. That's so nice. All right. Y'all have a good day. Love you. Got you. That's all. All right. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. All right.
Gloria,
Good morning.
can I interrupt? Something most wonderful happened to me this morning, and I just have to interrupt everything and share it. I walked into Dollar General, and I was greeted to, "Good morning, I'm so glad to see you," from the lady standing behind the cash register. So I said, "Thank you, I'm happy to be here." And I went and got my purchase, and I was walking out the door. I didn't see her, but she said, "Thank you for coming. Have a nice day." And I sang back to her. I thought that was absolutely wonderful.
Thank you, Sarah, for sharing that great story with us. And it is a great day. It's going to get even better. Good morning, and welcome to Unity of Chattanooga's Sunday celebration service. My name is Gloria Hastings, and I currently serve in no official capacity here at the church, but I'm a big fan. Thank you. My husband Steve and I have been regular fixtures here for several years, and I'm happy to be here today. I'm happy to see all these beautiful smiling faces, and also the beautiful smiling faces on Facebook. Hey guys, we're glad you tuned in today. When I'm unable to attend services, I'm also a Facebook friend, so we care, we got you, we're glad you're here. And please feel free to do those Facebooky type things. Like us, make a comment, share the page. We appreciate you. And I would like to extend a very special welcome to anyone who's visiting here for the first time. New people. Any new people? All right, an entire family. We're so excited. Yay. And we're going to bring you a packet of information that tells you a little bit about Unity. And also there's a form on the back you can complete if you'd like to be on our newsletter list. I promise we won't stalk you. We won't sell your data to anyone. We just want to keep you in touch with our church. And we are really glad you're here. Anyone? Oh, hey, more new people. Hello. More lovely people and smiling faces. We will get that to you. Just leave us your name and address, and we won't stalk you, I promise. No. Just church stuff. Okay, we have a very special blessing for our visitors, and so I'm going to ask one to warm up your hands. And together we will say, "We love you, we bless you, we appreciate you, and we behold the Christ in you." The Christ in you refers to the essence of the Christ, consciousness, the divine spark. It's the very same quality of being that Jesus and other spiritual leaders brought forth in themselves and demonstrated in their ministries. I like to think of it as a little je ne sais quoi was put in our souls. Because each of you is very special. You're a beloved child of God, of the universe. And you all have very special qualities, gifts, and talents, very unique, things that no one else has. And the world wouldn't be the same without you. So we're glad you're here, and we're going to help you express those qualities today. Okay. At Unity, we welcome people of all backgrounds, and we choose to embrace and understand the rich diversity in God's oneness. An individual's true self is found in their soul, and the soul has no gender, ethnicity, or race. Even though it's a little cloudy today, we all know spring is in the air, and it's a season of renewal, hope, and transformation. We see this renewal reflected not only in the beauty of our surroundings, but also in the spiritual growth of all who come here. For about 25 years, Unity of Chattanooga has been a gathering place of peace, rest, and rejuvenation for all people who want to connect with God and each other. All latecomers have to finish the speech. Just kidding. And when people find Unity of Chattanooga, they find a place where you can learn to love your soul, lighten your mind, lift your heart, and heal the body. And although I didn't write these well-written words, I certainly can attest to the truth of them. Unity's been part of my life for a long time now, and it is a place. This church is definitely a place where I can come and feel safe, protected, connected. I can be myself. I'm accepted for who I am. I don't have to pretend like I'm something I'm not. So there are really a lot of good things about this little church. I always feel welcome here, and I hope you do as well. When I came to Unity the first time, through these doors actually, about 20-something years ago, I kind of felt, even though I'd never been here before, I felt the deja vu, like, there's something very comfortable about this place, something that makes me feel really at home. And I've heard other people say that as well. And I've tried for a while to understand what my connection is to Unity and how it is that I thought I was part of Unity before I was part of Unity. But I kind of have some evidence now, and I'm glad to share it. I'm going to read this. It says, "The word is open." Not many of us want to live our lives in seclusion, closing out the rest of the world. The person who is open to new experiences sees them as part of the growth process. They do not face life with fear, but rather with anticipation. It is the open-minded, open-hearted person who sees life as a real adventure. When we are open to life, we see the potential for good in others and in ourselves. We enjoy watching life unfold. Nothing is gained by living life behind closed doors. And this, interestingly, is a public service announcement from Unity from 1971. It was narrated by the late actor Joseph Campanella. And I happen to remember these. I was a person or a kid of the TV generation. And I remember these commercials on Unity. And I was a Methodist at the time. But I remember thinking, that sounds really neato. We used to say that in the 70s. And one thing about Unity, too, is definitely the sense of connection I referred to. And we are connected to one another, and we're going to get really connected now. And as we greet one another, and do this in your own way, dealer's choice, whether you want a handshake, a hug, or a namaste, whatever you like. And here we go. Woo!
Here we go. You're such a natural. We used to call ham.
Lovely job. And you did so good. You're like a movie star.
Good morning, brother. How are you, man?
This is for later, but it's known Star's birthday today. I just thought we should all. Yeah.
Attention, the captain has turned on the return to your seatbelts, fasten your seatbelt sign. Time to return to your seats, please. I don't know. Gong. Gong. Please return to your seats. Please return to your seats. The captain has turned on the fasten seatbelt sign. Please return to your seats. Refreshments will be served after you return to your seats. Okay. Okay, everybody back? Am I still on? Okay, I'm on. Okay, now. Today we are very blessed to have one of our good friends and good supporters. Sean and his wife Lori have been friends and supporters of this church for many years. And actually the first Unity of Chattanooga service that my husband Steve and I attended was one where Reverend Sean and his wife Lori provided the message and the music. And we were so touched that we decided to keep coming back to Unity. So thanks for that.
Thank you.
Thanks for that. Okay, enough about me. All right. Now,
Favorite subject.
okay. We are happy again to have our neighbor from the north, Cookeville, Tennessee, Reverend Sean O'Shea. Sean does all kinds of things. Okay, he has a foot in two different worlds. He's a sales professional with experience in retail and wholesale marketing in the music industry. And Sean is also an inspirational interfaith speaker, as well as a performing singer and songwriter who is ordained as a divine science minister. So please help me in welcoming the Reverend Sean O'Shea.
I did not realize that was the first time that you were at Unity the day we met. Ah, that's interesting. Good morning. Hi, honey, I'm home. Always great to be here. Eric, I had a bone to pick with you. I'm sorry, I gotta just tell you. Well, Penny always reaches out in advance and says, hey, what are you gonna talk about? What's the name of your talk title? So I was rather proud of myself that day. I had it all done. PowerPoint slides, the works. Sent it over, boom, all set. Penny writes back, you might want to take a look at the talk that Eric did 2 weeks ago. What? So I tune in. You nailed it. It was awesome. But my talk was called Miracle Magnetism. Yeah. Hey, Eric did that and did a stellar job. So thank you for that. So I had to switch gears. So I gave her another title, and then on the way down here today, I wrote the talk in my head. The power of speaking into being. This came about, like almost all of my talks, it came about by the need to examine myself, make some adjustments, talk some sense into myself, and then hope that you will benefit when I share it with you. And that's exactly what's going on here. A lot of self-doubt, self-sabotage, nonsense. with my words. Let me tell you something about words. I found this quote. Words are singularly the most powerful force available to humanity. We can choose to use this force constructively with words of encouragement, or destructively, using words of despair. Words have energy and power with the ability to help, to heal, to hinder, hurt or harm, to humiliate, and to humble. That was by Hudeberg. That's what I think about the original words of our Creator. Allegedly, the story goes. Moses was given instructions, and he said, well, who shall I say said to do this? I am. Huh? I am that I am. So I want you to be mindful, as right now I'm challenging you, which I love to do. I am challenging you to be mindful of what comes out of your mouth following I am. Because Spirit is always, without fail, is always listening. Spirit follows your instructions, your wishes, your desires, your mindset very powerfully. Give you an example. Many years ago, I was in a job in a company I really wasn't enjoying. And I was kind of bogged down and very heavy and not very happy. And I was constantly saying the words, I'm sick and tired of this place. I'm sick and tired of how this happens, and I'm sick and tired of that situation, and I'm sick and tired of how I'm being paid, and I'm sick and tired of... You see where this is going? So the universe said, yeah, you know what? You're right. You are sick and tired. Here's a case of mononucleosis. Go sit it out and think about it. I was literally sick, and wow, was I tired. Sleeping all the time. In fact, by the time I figured out what was going on, I went to the ER, and my spleen had grown to 3 times its normal size. They didn't want to let me drive home. They were afraid if I hit a pothole, I was going to die. I was sick and tired. I'm kind of thinking I brought that on. Sorry, but I am not the Almighty, but most definitely we have power in what we manifest with our thoughts, with our intentions, and the words that leave our mouths. So how many times do we say, whether out loud or in our minds, which have power as well, just the thoughts, but when they leave our mouths, there's something underlined, I think, about those thoughts. I'm too old to do that. I'm too out of shape. I'm too poor. I can't. My favorites. I can't afford that. Now, I'm not saying you should act irresponsibly and, go purchase a new Maserati if you can't swing the payments. That's not where I'm coming from. But I'm saying don't set yourself up by starting with, I can't. Maybe it's not the great time. Maybe it's not in the cards exactly, because Maserati and Chattanooga, I don't know. Look kind of funny. Or would it? I don't know. That's up to you. But I can't. I'm not going to. I can't. All of these things set us up to energetically attract whatever that is. I am grateful. If you don't come up with any other adjectives to plug in after your I am over the coming week to 10 days as you exercise this whole talk this morning, choose that one. I am grateful in every circumstance that comes up, even the crappy ones. I am grateful because from this I'm going to learn. I'm grateful because, well, it's only going to get better from here. I still remember the time a certain stock in a car company that I really liked had just plummeted. I mean, bottomed out. And I said, how much lower could that go? I'm in, baby. And I bought a bunch of it. And the universe said, did you ask a question? Tanked. Zero. Boom. Lost it all. Oh, okay. Be careful what you put out there. How much lower can you go? Well, let's see. See, I'm one of those weirdos who believes that God has a sense of humor. Some feel that that's blasphemous. I don't know. I kind of feel like it's blasphemous if you don't get it. You know, the Spirit is always having fun with us in kind of weird little ways. And if you don't see the humor, or if you don't just kind of chuckle at yourself or some things that are going on, I think you're missing out. But that's a whole Sunday talk in itself. Sticking with words. I am. I am. I am. I had a few quotes here that I found about the power of words that I want to share. And I don't know who some of these people are, so I'll just stick right to the quotes. Be mindful when it comes to your words. A string of some that don't mean much to you may stick with someone else for a lifetime. The dual-edged sword may stick with someone else for a lifetime. You might have said something kind and nice and encouraging, or you might have offhandedly said something negative or discouraging. Either one of those, sticking with someone for a lifetime, is a big responsibility to bear. And if you're like me, one of the biggest recipients of your words that will be affected is you. You ever heard the term, he's going to eat those words? It's usually presented rather negatively, of course. But there's actually something semi-scientific about that. Words leave your mouth. Yes, you formulated them, but now you are hearing them. And it loops out and in and into your soul and permeates. You are sort of eating your words all the time. So what's for lunch? Do you want yucky stuff, or do you want something wholesome and tasty and nutritious and good for you? I'm choosing the latter whenever I can remember to do so, right? One kind word can change someone's entire day and maybe entire life. We've all heard stories about someone being in a really dark and dangerous place, and one simple, kind act or word or deed shifts their entire existence, starting by saving their entire existence, letting them see their own worth, and then letting go and pay it forward over the coming years. A cycle of goodness and love and kindness. So, how sweet is Gloria? Oh my gosh, right? I mean, I loved Gloria and Steve the minute I met them. Before I met them, I was just looking out at them from the pulpit. I thought, about these people. So I'm going to suggest, if you overheard me saying something unkind, belittling, demeaning, just not nice to her, you take some real issue with me. I know you would, every one of you. And you just might correct me or set me in my place. So, will you please do the same for yourself? Yeah, but. Remember that talk, some of you? Yeah, but no. Knock it off. Your words are powerful. Choose them wisely. Kind words can be short and easy to speak, but their echoes are truly endless. And that was by Mother Teresa. Words are seeds that do more than blow around. They land in our hearts and not on the ground. Be careful what you plant and careful what you say. You might have to eat what you planted one day. I love that. If anybody wants copies of these, let me know. Words have no power to impress the mind without the exquisite horror of their reality. Appropriately, Edgar Allan Poe. Speech has power. Words do not fade. What starts out as a sound ends in a deed. And lastly, if we understood the power of our thoughts, we would guard them more closely. If we understood the awesome power of our words, we would prefer silence to almost anything negative. In our thoughts and words, we create our own weaknesses and our own strengths. Our limitations and joys begin in our hearts. We can always replace negative with positive. I am guessing that at this point you have all heard the quote by Maya Angelou. See if I get it right. People will forget what you said. People will forget what you did. But they will never forget how you made them feel. Your words create feelings. Incompetent. That's hurtful. That's horrible. You're awesome. You're amazing. You are a beloved child of God. You do know, and you act accordingly. It's so painfully easy, especially with the divide that's happening in our country. No matter which side politically you might be on, you can recognize there's a lot of extra tension and frustration. And folks seem ready for a fight. Trust me on this. I lived my life for decades, always ready for a fight. Part of that was because I was horrifically bullied as a 92-pound little skinny kid with bright orange hair. And I decided I wasn't going to take it anymore. And so I was at the place where I was always ready for a fight. And part of that's good, right? You want to stand up for yourself and not take a lot of baloney. But if you are always ready for a fight, guess what you're going to get? 10 times out of 10, you're going to attract fight. You're going to attract the negativity and the circumstances. If you are coming from a peaceful place and you back that sense of peace and love with the words daily, whether leaving your lips or in your heart, of, "Whew, there's a bunch of crap going on right now." But instead, you choose to center yourself in, "I am a beloved child of God. God's got my back." If you've never said that to yourself, give it a try. God's got my back, dude. God's got my back. One more time. God's got my back. You get to the place where you say words like that, and they aren't just words anymore. You realize that you're coming from a powerful place. You are then stepping into your role as child of God. You're taking ownership of that with that key word that I've encouraged you. I am grateful. I am a child of God. I am loving. I am kind. I am giving. All circling back to, and for all this, I am grateful. My friends, your words have extraordinary power. It was only a couple of years ago we were doing the church in a box thing in rental quarters, and having the schedules messed with. "Oh, sorry, you can't meet next Sunday, we're having a birthday party," or it's Aunt Helen's 82nd birthday and you're not going to be able to have church that week. And it's just all this stuff going on, and we did not know where we would be. No one had the audacity to say, "We're going to be at this address and we're going to outgrow the space in a matter of months and we're going to blah, 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 blah." All we knew is we're going to have our own place. We spoke it, and we believed it, and we knew it without any idea what was next. I remember having conversation with you as you went and looked at all kinds of places. Should we build over here? Should we get this land? Should we rent this place? Should we? And somehow, quite miraculously, you end up here. And you clearly have outgrown this. What a nice problem to have. What a beautiful, wonderful situation. And so deserved. I can't wait to see what's next, because it is so good and so magnificent and so beyond anything any of us can even dream up. And for this, we say, this or something greater. Because every time I have set intentions, I want this, that, yeah. I've gone beyond. Now, I didn't always get that exact thing. I had to take a little detour. But I always ended up, I thought I wanted this, and ended up here. That is going to be the case for your life. But be careful with your words. God is pleased with you. She may not always be pleased with some of the stuff you do or say. But God is very pleased with you. And so when you say, "I am a beloved child of God," and do add that part, I'm not just a child of God. I am a beloved child of God. And when you're in a place where you need to do a little self-correction, which is 6 out of 7 days a week for me, really, it's okay to continue with the kind words. I need to do a little better. I'm sorry about that. And I will. Now, I hope I can. I probably should. No. I'm going to do better because I know who I am. I know who sent me. And I know what's mine to do. And you step forward. You speak it into reality. And you watch miracles just unfold in your life like never before. I was actually considering doing a song called Words that I heard some time ago. I'm not remembering the young man's name. He's specifically a Christian artist. But let me just share just a snippet of some of the lyrics in it. It's kind of an up-tempo, popish song. They've made me feel like a prisoner. They've made me feel set free. They've made me feel like a criminal and made me feel like a king. They've lifted my heart to places I'd never been, and they've dragged me down back to where I began. Words can build you up, and words can break you down. Start a fire in your heart or put it out. Let my words be life. Let my words be truth. And I don't want to say a word unless it points the world back to you. This week, when you hear yourself say, I am, stop. Be mindful of what about is to come next, because there is power in it. It's a God-given power that you've been entrusted with. So use it wisely. And if you need help choosing the right words, finding the right words, just remembering not only who you are, but whose you are, feel free to call me or email me or see one of your chaplains, because staying centered in prayer is part of this whole magic. I encourage you to take advantage of it. Thanks for the invitation. It's always a pleasure to be here. So let's do a little meditation together. Deep breath of goodness and love in. Worries and doubts out. One more time. Love in. Fear out. Mother, Father, God, know that we're so grateful for this time this morning. For your ever faithful guidance in our lives. We're sorry for the times that we don't listen very well. And I know we'll do better. I know we are children of God. I know love and goodness is the only power, the only presence active in my life. God the good, omnipotent. I love how my friend Reverend John McLean would always close all of his meditations with the phrase, all is well, life is good, and we are truly blessed. Together, all is well, life is good, and we are truly blessed. And for this, I am grateful. So it is.
Sean, thank you so much. We really appreciate you. We love it when you're here. It's amazing. Well, now's the time that we give you the opportunity to give back. You know, this morning I just want to say thank you. I want to thank you, each and every one of you, whether you're here in person or you're online, whether you donate here with cash or checks or you donate on the website. I just want to say thank you. Because, you know, each and every dollar that you give goes to facilitate this beautiful community. You know, from having wonderful speakers like Sean to the great meals we have after the service every Sunday, to maintenance and upgrades on our building, to new projects that we're planning. You know, this is a community effort. It's a group effort. Everybody here is family, and we appreciate everything that you do. So, say it with me. Divine love through me blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. I give in love, and I receive in abundance. Father, Mother God, divine source, we are so grateful for this abundance. We are so grateful for the gifts and the giver, and for the ability to be able to give to the community, for the principle that says that this will be pressed down, shaken together, and running over. And so it is.
And we're back. Okay, we have a few announcements about the church. I do want to thank Reverend Sean again for his message. You always have great insight and wisdom to share, but you do it in a very relatable and down-to-earth way, which I appreciate. So thank you. You're a gift for us today. In fact, we have several gifts today. We had Sarah's gift of good news, and we have visitors. That's always good news for us. And we have all you wonderful people here, and we have some great food afterwards. So just lots of gifts today. Almost like it's my birthday, but no, it's not. But it is somebody's birthday. How about happy birthday to Gnome Stark? All right. Come on, you know the words. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Gnome. Happy birthday to you. We love you. Okay, here's some upcoming events. Okay, for the last several weeks, we've been announcing that Lord Noise, yay! We love Laura, but we love her even more because she stepped up to restart our children's Sunday school program. Yay! And this is going to happen on Easter Sunday, April the 20th. I think Laura's been very successful in recruiting volunteers.
Yes.
But I think we need a little bit of touch up on the paint downstairs. So if you're able to do that, a little bit of Leonardo da Vinci in you, feel free to see. It says see Laura Miller after the service. I'm a little confused. Just see Laura. Work it out. Okay.
Pick a Laura, any Laura.
Any Laura.
Either Laura.
Okay, and this coming Thursday, April the 3rd, the Wellness Warriors will be meeting again at noon. And just to note that the Unity Metaphysical group is off for the week. Okay, now we have an announcement, a little bit of a change in the announcement for the drumming circle. The next drumming circle will be held on Saturday, April the 5th at noon. It's going to become a potluck luncheon, so be sure and bring some food, some good food. Nutritious, nutrient-dense food. Okay. Okay, now we also want to just mention briefly that we have... What I missed? What? Did I miss something? Oh, okay. Yeah, there you go. We need 500. So if you haven't subscribed, go ahead and do that for us. We'd appreciate it. We got all kinds of good stuff, and you'll benefit too. Okay, let's see here. Oh, I have an announcement to make. Very soon, we'll be planting flowers in our containers here for the church, and I'm going to need some help with that. So anyone who wants to help or has a remote interest in gardening, please see me after the service. I'll be in the that room back there. Okay, and Eric has an announcement. Eric Miller, come on down.
Just a little brief one. Hi all. And yes, again, I have a bone to pick with you. That was a great piggyback on my talk. Because it echoes, I mean, we have, what we put into our words have power. And as, 8 of us just spent the weekend down in Atlanta, Unity North Atlanta, doing a prayer chaplain training. And I just want to share that we are coming together with a prayer chaplain team of 8 solid people with an assistant on the side until she becomes a member, and we're going to have that focus that Reverend Sean was talking about of just, it's great that we have rotating speakers, but we've had some discussions that we just need to articulate what our vision and our core was. Reverend Richard down in Atlanta, North Atlanta, was so impressed with our mission statement and our core values. And we just need to keep articulating that, because we did articulate this into being. We do have a need for expansion. And I feel that expansion is going to come with the help of our prayer chaplain team, our awesome prayer chaplain team now. We're going to put a stand, we're actually 10, and have the pictures on the back, and we're going to have rotating prayer chaplains, but then everybody can know that we do have a core. We do have representation within our community without it being, necessarily a head minister. And we have resources that we can reach out to if things do escalate. So I just want to share that joy and that future potential that we have, because we're going to ground and explode at the same time. So 2025.
Thank you, Eric, and thanks to everyone who participated in the chaplaincy program. Who want to raise your hand? Yay! All right, everybody, this is great. I love our prayer chaplains. I've prayed with them about my health, about family members, about my cats, and it's been very helpful since I do pray about animals. You're good with that, right? Okay. Okay, just one more announcement. Next week, we're going to welcome the Reverend Danny Spears all the way from Gainesville, Georgia, who serves as the minister of Unity of Gainesville, and he'll be talking or asking what's on your mind. So be here or be square. Okay, our very own Keith Noyes, prayer chaplain, will be available for prayer in the back of the office following the service. And last but not least, we hope you'll stay for food and fellowship afterwards. And if you're able, please help us turn this place into a restaurant really quick by getting your coats and purses and picking up chairs and getting tables ready. Okay, it's now time to stand for the peace song.
on earth, and let it begin with me. Let there be peace on earth, the peace that was meant to be. With God as creator, in oneness are we. Let us walk with each other in perfect harmony. Let peace begin with me. Let this be the moment now. With every step I take, let this be my joyous vow. To take each moment and live each moment in peace eternally. Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. The light of God surrounds us. The love of God enfolds us. The power of God protects us. And the presence of God watches over us. Wherever we are, God is, and all is well.